Welcome to the shit, mother.
Yeah.
Your college football preview, week 8. I'm pretty sure it's week 8.
Yeah.
Doop 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 doop.
No, it's like our first really cold night here in the Bay.
We've descended into autumn. We're heading steadily into winter.
Yeah, baby.
Amen, winter is coming.
Oh, winter is here, and you know how I know that?
Winter is here.
Because the college football upsets are here.
Yep.
Fucking last weekend was chaos weekend.
Welcome to mid-season.
My absolute favorite kind of weekend.
Mm-hmm. Chris Peterson his team blew it.
They just got shut down.
And as
by ASU.
Yeah, as Mike Leach said, his team didn't show.
There were upsets all over the pack.
Yeah.
Alright, upsets and almost upsets.
Upsets and almost upsets. There is a team that is 5-2. So that means it's week 8.
Week 8, baby.
Week 8!
Thought we got that figured out.
Yeah, so who did we lose last weekend?
Washington State.
First we watched Washington State on
Cal
Friday night.
Absolutely demolished Washington State, and it was glorious.
I forgot to check ESPN because I was telling Eamon, I'm pretty sure that Washington State has struggled every time they've come to Berkeley. I'd have to double check that.
We'll check it later.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Alright, fair enough.
I don't know, but I think I might be right.
Washington lost to ASU. Clemson, the big one. Clemson lost to Syracuse.
Wow. Dude, that is
amazing. That's the biggest upset of the season, bar none.
Dabo, what are you doing? Like, I know there was definitely a bad team they almost lost to last year, but because they had Deshaun Watson to carry them, they were okay.
Were there any other big upsets?
I think we got them all.
Oh, was Michigan State last weekend, or was that the weekend before? Auburn lost to LSU.
Auburn lost to LSU.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Les Miles came back to watch the game. He was there, and
he
lo and behold,
cursed.
he brought.
He
brought the magic.
Yeah, he brought the magic.
Governor Les Miles
brought the magic.
Governor of Louisiana.
Yeah, not the real one, but you know.
Yeah, he might as well be.
Yeah, might as well be. I mean, I'm with Eamon here. He may as well be.
Yeah, so that it was such a fun weekend for upsets.
Yeah.
Texas almost knocked off Oklahoma.
Yeah. Knocked off again.
Yeah. USC almost lost to Utah. Yeah, there were some other good ones. Miami almost lost to Georgia Tech in the rain and the slop and the mud.
Yeah, I mean that was going to be a hard one for them no matter what. I think that was
a fun game to watch too.
That was a fun game. They have a great offense, man.
Yeah. So hopefully this weekend we'll get close at least to the craziness.
Absolutely.
We do have some good games this week.
We do have some good games this weekend, but first, I messaged Eamon like part of the way through last week, or maybe over the weekend, and I said we need to do a Pac-12 mid-season coaches ranking since we're West Coast.
Right.
And then we'll do an end-of-season follow-up. So I have my list in front of me. This is what I put down, coming in at a steaming hot number 12. First 6 games, Gary Anderson, then Corey Hall, Oregon State Beavers. Number 11.
This is bottom to top.
Yeah, this is bottom to top.
Should say.
Bottom to top. Number 11, Clay Helton of USC. I've never seen a man do less with with so much talent. That's pretty amazing. 10th, I put our boy Jim Mora, who's done an incredible job with the Chosen Rosen.
An incredible job of continuing to have a job.
Yep, incredible job of continuing to have a job. Number 9, I threw down Rich Rod. Even though Arizona's having an okay year,
his body of work indicates that he's not a good coach.
His body of work, and then they also lost to some miserable team earlier in the season.
Can't remember.
There was a reason I put him at 9. Number 8, Mike McIntyre. He went from hero to zero pretty fucking fast. Well, he went from 0 to hero to 0. I still have hope for him, but man, he's not looking good right now. Number 7, I threw down Willie Taggart up at Oregon. He really started off hot and kind of just tanked.
Yeah, some of these guys, him included, are first-year coaches.
Mm-hmm.
So yet to see what they can actually recruit actually recruit to Oregon. He's still probably using a lot of Helfrich's.
Yeah, he can only go up, at least I hope.
We'll see.
Yeah. 6, Kyle Whittingham over at Utah. I put him at 6 because he's pretty consistently turned out a decent team.
Yeah, he's a good coach. He's decent.
He's having a harder year this year. 5th, I put Todd McGrahm. He's having a pretty amazing year at ASU for being for being a very mediocre coach.
Yeah, who knows how much of that is actually his coaching.
But I was surprised.
But he's never had like a terrible year.
No, he never had a terrible year. And what I was surprised to find out was he has like a good 10 wins, or he has a good like 10 over his losses in terms of wins, which is kind of interesting.
There you go.
At 4, I put Mike Leach, who's had probably his best year yet, and still lost to Cal.
But he was. That press conference after that game might actually bump him up a spot just because of how pissed he was. It was great.
Yeah. I didn't watch Chris Peterson's, but I put Chris Peterson at 3.
Chris Peterson is a good coach. That's a good spot for him.
He would have been higher up if not for that ASU loss.
I think they're struggling this year with some of the talent they lost from last year, especially at wide receiver and on defense.
They're you can see it's a changed team. Number 2, I put Cal's Justin Wilcox, who took our
quickly rising through the ranks.
I mean, you guys are going to say we're biased, but here's the facts.
I mean, we are.
We are biased, but the fact of the matter is, Sonny Dykes had us ranked in the hundreds in defense in the country.
Every year, almost at the bottom in every defensive category.
As Eamon pointed out to me earlier,
Cal is second in the country in interceptions, first in the Pac-12. They're near the top in forced turnovers and sacks, I think. And he's completely flipped the script on Cal's defense.
Find me someone else who.
And the offense has been good too. You expected a bit of a drop off, especially with all the injuries, but
absolutely, yeah.
And injuries on both sides of the ball. Really, they've been crippled by injuries to some of their best players, and they're still playing well. So that's coaching.
Yeah, that is coaching. And he can only go up, I would hope. And at number 1, unfortunately, this year I had to put David Shaw of Stanford, because he went from having a defense that looked like the worst ever. They gave up 600-something yards to SD State, I think, and he completely flipped it around. And did they beat USC? They haven't played them yet.
No, they lost to USC.
They lost to USC, but they beat...
They beat Oregon. They beat UCLA.
They beat Oregon, UCLA.
Yeah, no, I don't particularly like Shaw. I hate Stanford, but you can't argue with results, and he seems to do a lot with some of the lesser talent in the conference.
Absolutely. I mean, it just looked like his
at least
string of great...
At least in terms of playmakers.
Yeah, it looked like his string of great defenses had finally run out, and all of a sudden he just freaking turned it. So, sitting in number 1. Anyway, here's your games.
Glad we got that out of the way.
That
was the people were asking for it.
Yeah, I'm just a jackass. I was like, man, people really like to hear what we think of the ranking of the fucking Pac-12 coaches live from my mom's basement.
It was worth it in order to praise Justin Wilcox a little bit more.
Yeah.
Always a good idea.
I mean, honestly, incredible.
Yeah. He's a man.
And Oregon, you guys have some hope for Willie Taggart.
We get an "In Wilcox We Trust" shirt.
Yeah.
For next week.
Yeah, I'm down.
We're
gonna kick it off on Thursday.
Yeah.
5 p.m.
Pretty good Thursday game this week. Entertaining.
Number 25 Memphis at Houston.
Memphis beat Navy and jacked their number 25 ranking last week. That's pretty cold-blooded.
It's ours now. And Houston is not as good as they were under Herman.
Only got 2 losses. They're 4-2, I believe, and
they're still good. Yeah,
they're still good. They're an offensive threat. This should be a shootout, I bet.
Line is close.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Hype is closer.
Yeah, baby.
5 p.m., honey. What's our Thursday night football?
Chiefs Raiders.
So
if the Raiders continue to suck like they have, you can flip over and watch this one.
Yep. Then we're gonna cruise.
I'm gonna say 4 stars, man.
I'm gonna also say 4. This is one of those American Conference ones that's gonna kind of decide who runs up against UCF, and it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
We cruise on to Saturday. Friday did not have any good games, unfortunately. 9 a.m. Saturday, I won't be awake. Will you? University of Louisville at Free Shoes U, Florida State University.
I think I described this one as so bad it's good.
Yeah, that's what Eamon said in the In and Out.
And if we were looking at this on the schedule before the season, we would be like, oh man,
I'm sitting there
hype this up majorly. They
God,
probably would have
yeah,
shifted it to like prime time, but things have taken a turn.
Yeah, things have taken a turn for the worse for both of these teams.
I mean, Lamar Jackson is still Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Although
he did some great things last weekend.
He's struggled a bit this year.
He ran for a TD.
He's great.
Great run.
He's great. He's literally surrounded by Papa John's pizza boxes for teammates.
I mean, he looks pretty fucking shook out there.
Oh man, on
like,
that
he's
note,
like, oh god, am I gonna get fucking slammed?
Papa John himself voted to oust the AD of Louisville.
Real? Oh, because he's one of the trustees.
He's one of the trustees.
I saw that notice today. Bye, whatever your name was.
Something Illich or Dillich
You can be as
Dulwich.
rich as you want, but I still don't know your name, bitch.
So and then obviously Florida State has not been the same since they lost Francois, but
True.
and they've been in a lot of close games down to the finish. They almost lost to Duke for the first time ever last week.
Yeah, that was.
So yeah, if you're really jonesing for some early morning football between two bad teams, it should be good.
It's a great way to play it.
I give this one 3 stars.
There's some guy in his couch.
3.5. I'm gonna bump that an extra half point just for Lamar Jackson.
Okay. There's some guy in his couch somewhere who's like, I'm really jonesing for some mediocre
Just
football.
jonesing, man. Those people are out there.
They're out there somewhere. I don't know where to find them, but they're out there.
I think we might need to pick it up a little bit.
Okay. Let's kick it into gear. Iowa State at Texas Tech. Also at 9 a.m. I'm gonna give this one a 3. I'm gonna give Louisville FSU 3.5 as well, by the way. Okay. But I'm gonna give this one a 3. Iowa State, Texas Tech.
I give it a 3 as well. There should be a lot of points. Iowa State
could roll on them.
Either one of these teams could roll on the other.
Roll in a bad way or a good way.
Kind of inconsistent, yeah.
A bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I meant it in a positive way. I meant it in a bad way.
Yeah.
Moving on. 3 stars, 3 stars?
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to, did I write 100K?
100K State.
100K State.
Yes, badass.
And what I actually
I'm gonna call them that from now on.
Was Oklahoma State, number 10 at University of Texas. You may have heard of them.
Number 10 OK State.
Yeah, number 10 OK State. Welcome to my handwriting, people.
I love it.
This university called Texas. They're okay.
Texas has not been as great as they hoped this year, but they've been in almost every game. They almost beat Oklahoma last week. It was an exciting one. They're at home, so maybe that'll give them a little bit of push to beat OK State. Maybe not.
Either way, you have 3 odd games to choose at 9 a.m. I would personally choose Iowa State T Tech. But you shift to whichever one is close.
Sure.
I'm going to give this one 3.5 stars because I have seen that the Gundy is capable of giving away a game.
Tune into that game just for Gundy's.
Yeah, just mullet. For his hair.
Just for his mullet. Yeah. Did you see he took off his shirt at a pep rally?
I saw that. It was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I was like, is there some cheerleaders trying to hit on? Like, Jesus, dude.
Moving on.
Cruising forward to 4:30 p.m. I know we got a big gap. Number 11, University of Southern California at the University of Notre Dame. Number 13.
You know what?
In South Bend.
This is one of those classic rivalries, and I'm not a fan of either of these teams, but when they get together, it's going to be fun, especially this year. Like, Notre Dame's probably slightly better than we've been giving them credit for.
Yeah.
Slightly.
Yeah. And they get an advantage of being at home.
Sure. I might not have them in this game if it were in LA.
Yeah.
But I think this will be a really good one. This might be my game of the weekend.
I am with you. Looks ahead. Yes, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I think this will be the tightest game of the weekend. I'm giving it 4.
This is Darnold's chance to salvage his Heisman hopes.
It's not going to happen. But
it's his last chance to, really. This is their biggest game left, so I'm going to give this one 4.5.
I'm going to give it a
4.5.
Okay. I'll give it a 4.5 too. We also cruise on to another 4:30 game. This is one ESPN's been hyping for some time. The team with no quarterback, University of Michigan, number 19, at number 2, Penn State.
They really are a team with no quarterback. And as I heard
no quarterback and no
ESPN
hope.
Announcer say last week, in trying to defend them, well, when Tom Brady wore that helmet, he had some struggles too. I was like, really, dude?
I think Eamon's words in the
Comparing
chat were, he had some missed passes too. I was like, not like this.
You're comparing these quarterbacks for Michigan to Tom Brady.
I know
or
Tom Brady was
as
not.
my coworker Jerry, a big-time Michigan fan, his whole life said, I would rather have an actual ear of corn at quarterback than John O'Corn.
John of the Corn.
John of the band Corn.
Wait, me?
This game's at Penn State. They're really, really, really good.
That's
Michigan is just terrible on offense. I don't think they have enough playmaking to stay in this one.
Part of me can't believe...
But stay for the Harbaugh faces.
Yeah. Part of me can't believe we're even previewing this game, but I'm going to give it a 3.
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Okay. All right. Oh. Then we end the night with a 5 p.m. game of epic proportions. The University of Arizona at Cal. Have you heard of this team, Cal?
Don't know what that voice is.
Cal.
California.
California.
This actually, I think, is a sneaky good game.
Well, it's going to be tough. I'm not going to lie.
Cal, despite all of their injuries, still playing very well, especially at home.
Rich Rod, bad coach, good talent.
Arizona's quarterback, Khalil Tate, this dude is fast as fuck. Setting all kinds of rushing records. I don't think he's much of a passing quarterback, but he could. And Cal, traditionally, this goes back through Sonny Dykes and Jeff Tedford, struggles containing mobile quarterbacks. So we'll see.
We got to keep in mind this year, though, that we have a pretty quick secondary.
We do. Quick secondary, quick linebacking core, despite losing Devontae Downs. I'm really excited for this game.
I believe in Cal, but this could be a tight one, so I'm going to give it a 4.
Oof.
Eamon's torn.
Oof. It's either 4 or 4.5. If I'm going with my heart, it's a 4.5.
Eamon's torn.
I am. Oh, that's my heart right there.
A 4.5. All right.
I'm going to go to 4.25. I'm going to break the rules.
We got to keep in mind that it is in Berkeley.
It is in Berkeley.
It is in Berkeley. So our air quality is much better now.
And it's at 5. For once, it's not at like 7:45 at night.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
We had some bad game that comes after this one. There's something bad.
At Colorado. That should be a win.
I think that might be at 7.
No, that's at 11 a.m. our time.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
Oh, what game is supposed to come after this then? I thought there's no Pac-12 at night this week. They finally fucking stopped.
Oh, this week?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you meant after. Oh, wait, yeah, it's Washington State, Colorado.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, don't watch that.
There it is.
Don't watch that.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a Washington State completist. Unless you just have a Mike Leach fetish. Which some of you might have a Mike Leach fetish. I don't mean to kink shame you.
Yeah, that one's at 7:45. Ugh. Who does this fucking schedule?
Yeah, fucking Larry Scott. Larry Scott, get in here with us. We want to have a chat.
Larry Scott, I just want to punch you in the mouth and watch you bleed.
After we have, a productive conversation with him. Then you can punch him in the mouth.
After we talk to him, I legitimately want to ask, like, where are the facts and figures you're getting? Are these games really making you that much money? Are you maybe just being bullied by the NCAA into having all your games at night because we're on the West Coast? Is that it? I mean, I just want to know. Okay? It's not that hard. I won't punch you in the face if you tell me the truth.
Why is the Pac-12 network not available on DirecTV?
Why is the Pac-12 network always showing shit? Except for that one documentary about Joe Roth.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
Larry,
mostly shit.
Don't make me come for you, man. This is an open invitation.
Yeah, you can come here, man. I know you guys have your office.
We'll take you in and out, man.
Yeah. Your office in, like, what, San Francisco?
Yeah, we'll take them in and out, right?
Yeah, we'll take it in and out.
Yeah.
We'll take it in and out. We'll take it in and out.
Yeah, sure.
It's kind of it'll be a new experience for you, but you can come to in and out with us. Bring a knife, maybe?
Bring a knife.
That's a shame. Remember that dude got shot at our out once?
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, I remember that. Ah, the good old days.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, that's your college football preview. I'm John.
I'm Eamon.
That's Eamon. We'll see you next time, and be ready for the end of the season we will have a final Pac-12 coaches ranking for you.
Yes.
It'll probably change a little bit.
Yes.
And, yeah. It's been Trill. Yeah, Eamon had ice in his.
Yeah, I almost laid it on my phone.
Later.